welcome to the Purple Mic. I am your host, Erica Nichole Mason, and welcome back, and welcome to season 4. Yes, I said it, season 4. After incredible episodes of season 3, we have now embarked on season 4. Tonight, I am incredibly excited. I get to take off one hat and give it over to who will now be my male co-host, helping me to navigate these conversations, both male and female, so they are not so biased and all the questions aren't coming from only a female perspective. Tony Johnson. Yes, I said it. Tony Johnson will be helping me in navigating these conversations here on the Purple Mic as my co-host. Tony?
I just want to say I was drugged into this. I woke up Sunday morning and there was these cue cards in my hands, and she was like, I need you to do some things.
And we hope you guys really enjoyed our new intro, which is one of our many surprises. We also have the spring cash giveaway. It's open now. Visit our Instagram and get more information on that. Tonight's heading, the way to a man in a woman's heart, and what's your vision of love? So I'm going to pass the mic over to Tony, and I get to take a break. Bye.
Hey, you get to ask us first. You get to ask
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. I was like, that means you get it first now.
Go right. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
there you go.
So, all right, Miss Lady. I want you to answer the question. What is the quickest way to a woman's heart?
Well, you have 2 ladies on the panel.
Well, no, we're going with you first since you passed the buck. You
dug yourself in the hole. You knew that.
No, so you can't escape this one. So now you're a panelist.
Oh my goodness. All right. The quickest way to a woman's heart.
And you better not say tacos.
But that doesn't hurt.
Right.
Oh no, it doesn't. It does.
Bring tacos with you.
That's a scenic route.
I'm not going to do the whole cliche God-fearing and all of that stuff tonight. I am going to say one thing. I don't like a pretentious man. So
let's define pretentious.
Pretentious meaning that you don't have your shit together and you're pretending to be something that you're not, and your story never adds up. I cannot stand someone who wants to waste someone's time and play with someone's emotions. I like vulnerability. I like honesty. I love authenticity. And I like someone who's down to earth.
The tea is hot, isn't it?
I got some extra questions to that, but that's not on topic. So let's keep it moving.
Oh, Lord.
Miss Jolon, it's your turn.
Don't get comfortable, guys. I'm coming for you, Lewis and Ben.
Hilarious.
It's all right. It's all right.
I didn't give up all of her rights.
Right.
A little bit. I don't like men who are super controlling.
Isn't every man to a certain degree controlling?
Well, I said super controlling. I'm okay with a little bit of control because I'm okay with you leading. When I say controlling, like you're monitoring my phone, monitoring my every move, my friends, you're just doing the most, almost kind of stalkerish, and not allowing me to be myself and my feminine energy in my space. Jealous men I don't like, because me personally, I'm not going to do anything that's going to be disrespectful, but the things that I do as far as me being personable and being friendly, I think should not be taken the wrong way because you have insecurities within yourself. So when I say controlling, I mean like you're monitoring everything I say, who I talk to, who I speak to, just wave my hand at, and you questioning me about, oh, who's that? You like him, and all these things. So, just allow me to be myself and have faith in the relationship, have faith in me to know that I'm not going to do anything that's crazy and disrespectful to you.
Okay. Can I take a moment to just simply sit back and acknowledge the hair? I'm loving the look. It is
whose hair?
Yours.
Mine?
Yes, I'm loving that look.
Really?
In the South, in the South, that's fried, dyed, and laid to the side, baby.
Thank you so much.
You gotta flip it a little bit. You gotta flip it a little bit.
Something different here.
Working like you paid cash for it.
I was just trying something different, and
it's working. I'm not mad at you. It looks good.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, we're gonna segue over to Ben. Ben, the way to a man's heart. Enlighten us, ladies, tonight.
Hot pocket.
What, Tony?
He said hot pocket.
So here, what's interesting is that I know and I've talked about it in previous seasons about the 4 elements and everything like that, but I've actually distilled it down into some other perspectives in terms of like masculinity and femininity.
Are you going to use levels of tears?
No, but there are like sequences, I guess you could say, not necessarily levels and tiers.
That's the new word, y'all.
On the same level.
Sequences.
Yeah. So like, yeah. So it's like a sequence, right? So I'll just start with like since it's about what a man needs. I'll start with with femininity. So there's 4 ends of femininity, right? So the first one is nature. A woman, before she gets into anything about being with a man, she has to understand her nature, her own nature, whatever that is for her. And by nature, I mean her essence, who she really is, like her actual self. She has to really understand that before she can get with any man. And then so these other 3 ends are more in terms of like when she's with her man. The first one is nourishment. How can she nourish that man? And by nourish, I mean that she is maintaining a healthy state for him, in him. All right. He's already healthy, helping to maintain a healthy state in him. All right. The second end is nourishing. All right. I'm sorry. There's nourishment and nature. So nourishment and naturing. All right. So, and that's about like, how can you actually help that person grow? All right. So, and that last end is nasty. You just gotta, it's just that simple. Men want nasty.
Can I get the applause on the nasty? Every man like a little nasty.
So again, nurturing,
nourishing, nurturing. I have an issue with the nasty part.
Listen.
Yeah. Listen. I saw that look in your face. You have a problem with the nasty.
Again, here it is though. Again, like I said, the nourishment, the nurturing, and the nasty are all necessary, because when you nourish a man, he's going to be in a healthy state. You know what I'm saying? When you help to help when you nourish him, he's going to be in a healthy state. When you help him with his nature or to nature, whatever he's doing, is going to grow that thing. And when he's nasty, he's going to be that physical part. He wants that physical stuff. You know what I'm saying? We are physical creatures. You cannot get past it. Whatever level of nastiness he wants, might have different levels or whatever, but y'all need to find whatever that level is. But you gotta be nasty. It's just that simple. You gotta have that part. The sexual component is necessary.
Lewis. Good evening, Lewis.
Good evening.
I'm gonna, at this point in my life, and I think I've had numerous amount of conversations about this before, it's about communication and comprehension. To me, that's the way to my heart, because I'm big on your word. I'm big on saying things and meaning what you say. And I believe the person that's opposite me would also believe the same thing, that their word is bond. You break your bond, trust is the lost. Believability is lost. Relying on you is lost. So to my heart, I firmly believe in order to know me, you have to listen to me and understand what I'm saying about me, in order for you to really cater to what I need and the things that I want. Right. And I will do the same thing in return. I don't want to be given a general men understanding about what you think about who I am as a man. I've gone through too much. I've learned too much. I've seen too much to go through all that. And I believe that, the person that I'm going to be with have done the same thing. There comes a time when you have to narrow it down to let me know the person that I'm in front of, who they are, what they're about, and how can I aid them and get into the next level. So that comprehension and that communication part is huge for me. because it helps me to understand, where our journey is going, and there's a fight coming, and I need you to be ready.
Ooh. He always drops it. Something is coming. It always reminds me of that song, New Edition, Can You Stand the Rain?
Mm-hmm.
All the days are not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
When that honeymoon phase is over, let's get ready. I'm going to take it back over to Tony, because I think I want to answer this question one more time. Something else popped into my mind. Ask me the question.
Oh, she's ready. She's ready.
I almost feel like I need to be on one knee with a ring for a minute there. She's like,
all right.
Like, damn, way to be forceful. So, ma'am, what is the way to a woman's heart?
Chivalry. Oh, chivalry, chivalry, chivalry.
Y'all don't appreciate chivalry.
Oh,
that's such a lie.
Do explain.
Y'all don't appreciate it. I'm chivalrous every day, and I don't get a thank you or nothing.
Who are you chivalrous to?
The simplest things is just opening up the door for a woman. Half of them don't even say thank you.
We talked about that right here on
Good point.
Yeah, because Ben went and picked up something one day and said that the women didn't say thank you. But for me, chivalry is so important, and I think we've kind of lost sight of that. Sometimes you could just be like holding a door sometimes and not even realize, and that man is supposed to be right there. It should be an urgency for him to treat you like a lady. The other one too is physical touch. I don't know why, but it's something that I feel is very important inside of a relationship. Just letting someone know that, hey, I see you, and comfort her and come up behind her and reassure her. Like, that is so important.
Facts. I think it's for both genders. I think it's both.
Did you
genders.
just wet your chair, ma'am?
It just.
You seem to have gotten a little excited about it when you got to the touching part.
Yeah.
Physical touch slowly move. I think after season 3, physical touch is slowly moving up better.
I think for most men, it's words of affirmation and physical touch is typically most men's like on those top tier.
Men want to feel appreciated.
Levels of tears.
That is, we got it.
Since we're clarifying, I want to clarify my terminology just to make sure I said these things right, because I think I want to make sure. So I had nourishing, nurturing, and nastiness. Those are the three ends that I was talking about. Nourishing, nurturing, and nastiness. All right. Yeah. So nourishing is like sustaining healthiness. Nurturing is to grow, and then of course we all know what nastiness is. So
now, Tony, the way to a man's heart. Your thoughts?
Now, you want the evolution of this, or you want my take on it?
Your take.
Your take.
All right. So, I mean, to me, it's real simple. I mean, Ben and Lewis have touched on it, but it's real simple. It's a little bit of both of what they said. A man wants to be appreciated. We need to be nurtured, all that good stuff. We want compliments. Hey, toss us a compliment every now and then. Even if you do it football style, slap on the ass. Good job, that baby. Go.
But she could grab my fronts. Well, yeah.
Watch out there now, brother. Whoa, watch out there now. Oh, you want her to shake the doorknob.
Yeah. Check the other hand.
Communication is big. Okay. It used to be the other way around. Women complained that men didn't talk, didn't open up, their feelings, all that kind of stuff. Nowadays, most of us men want an actual conversation with the woman we're with. I am totally turned off by a woman who cannot hold a conversation. I dismiss all of physical beauty if you can't hold a conversation with me.
Facts.
And
an intellectual.
Of course, the nasty's got to be there. Just the problem nowadays is, you got too far to the left or too far to the right on the nasty. So you got to find that middle. You got to
find your balance.
Yeah, you got to find the middle ground.
The nasty balance.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of everything. All right. But the old school used to be, hey, if you feed him and fucking, you can keep a man. That was the old school saying.
That's it.
Wait a man's heart.
Very simple.
But we evolved. So, and we evolved because it was unfortunately a necessary thing. And a lot of men nowadays grew up in single parent households. Their mama taught them how to do all the good stuff. So he don't need a woman necessarily to be able to cook and clean. He can do it for himself. You know, it becomes what else unfortunately can you bring to the table, and can you hold a conversation? All good stuff. Oh yeah, I touched on it.
You hit the nerve.
Mm-hmm. Go on. She had to get a little scratch.
That's a buzz. That was a buzz phrase. You know what it is. Table. I am the table. Okay, get it. All right, I get it. Okay, sure.
You're right.
Tonight we have 12 ways on how to get to a man's heart. The first 5, tell him a secret. Let him in. 2, let yourself be vulnerable. 3, encourage him to be vulnerable. 4, get weird. And 5, urge him to get weird. Lewis.
That's rough. 4 and 5 is rough. Take 4 and 5 off the table. Just take that off the table.
I know.
What does that even mean?
You have to let your hair down. Like everything.
I get that. Yeah, being silly and.
Oh my God! Like let's have fun. Like I don't mind getting silly and going out and just letting it all hang. Like let's do it. You know.
I'm telling you, crack that door. You'll be surprised when you open a weird door. What happens?
I would say 2 and 3.
Oh, 2 and 3. Let yourself be vulnerable and encourage him to be vulnerable. So, Ben, you don't find anything on this list factual, or do you?
Oh no, I think that there's validity in all of those things.
Oh, okay.
Like in terms of I get it. So in terms of being like telling them a secret, I think that when you can feel like the person trusts you enough to be like your confidant, I think that that's on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's good, and especially women, because y'all be having so many damn secrets and all kind of stuff. So I get that. Can you bring that back up real quick? So I can go back through. Yeah. So let's definitely want to allow men to be vulnerable. I think that's very important, of course. And then, encourage them to be vulnerable. It's the same thing. To get weird for both of them, I think it's cool too, because like I like to be silly. Like I want to chase you around. Like I want to be like, some Pepe Le Pew, you know what I'm saying? Like I chase you around the room, or you know what I'm saying? Like we did it when we went to the you know what I'm saying? I kiss all of your body, all that kind of silly stuff, and tickle wars, and you know what I'm saying, like, or Nerf, like we did at the beach, like have the Nerf guns and shoot each other the Nerf guns, like we did, like just do weird silly shit. Like I get all of that. So
Ben, I was reading your lab manual recently, and there's a segment in your lab manual where you said the kids will come over because they'll find our family to be that staple family. They wish they had. We'll play with them, and we'll be that model, and they'll even maybe call us mom and dad.
Right.
So I thought that was cool.
I mean, let yourself be vulnerable. I totally agree with that one, especially because being totally naked with someone is very hard to do, especially when you're ashamed sometimes of your past or what you've done, or things you're not proud of. But I think letting people see the real you and the flaws that you have kind of connects you together, because you don't want to feel like you're putting yourself on this pedestal and this person can't measure up to what you have going on, because you're presenting this perfect life. And when they see that you're human and you've gone through some stuff, it's like, okay, this is a down chick or a down dude, and we can have fun together, and we could share with each other things and feel like we're in a safe space to do so. And I think that's how growth happens. You get closer. And also telling them secrets. It's like, it's nice to know sometimes when you're out in public and it's like I know something and you know something, and it's like this unspoken thing between you two, or you have like inside jokes or something like that. Like that, me and Erica do that all the time. Inside jokes, people are probably looking at us like we're crazy. But I could just look at her and she knows exactly what we're not crazy. She knows exactly what I'm thinking, and it's like totally funny. So, when you have moments like that, it's like it just makes the relationship just that much more intricate.
Exactly.
I think that's important for, like you said, for friendships as well as romantic couples or romantic, connections, because sometimes you just need that look, whatever that look is. Like I think, and that's when we talk about nasty, like women, you need to have the nasty look. Like that look that's just like you already know. Listen, you better stop it now. You better go sit down somewhere now. You better listen. But yeah, you need to have that because like it needs to be like it need to be that on site. Like you know, y'all had that look each other, and then it's like, all right, we already know what time it is, you know, and then you know we go handle whatever that is you're gonna handle. So
absolutely. All right, let's ask the number one question that many of us have answered before. There are times that we've asked this question. I'll start with Lewis on this one. Lewis, what is your vision of love? Now, we're not thinking about the perfect partner. We're not thinking about what we needed back when. Right now, at this point in your life, what is your vision of love?
My vision of love is vulnerable. That's why I picked 2 and 3. My vision of love is vulnerability. And I really believe I think as one of the things we have as human beings, and what we were both built with, is the ability to relate, the ability to, I would say, understand if we want to. Because, you know, when a man really wants a woman and he really want to understand her, he does a lot of different things. He listens, he's talk on the phone, he lays by her, he cuddles her, he does all types of things, right? We all know that. So it's not that a man cannot do those things. I think those things make him vulnerable for a short period of time, but men have not learned to prolong it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I think what happens is when we learn to prolong that part, and that comes from also when women say, why don't you do the things that you used to? Mm. And the reason why men don't do the things that they used to is because complacency, or here's the monkey wrench, there's no feedback as to what am I doing? Is it right? I love what you're doing. Continue to do that. The accountability that women should have on men to say, don't stop what you're doing because this is what causes me to fall in love with you. Mm-hmm. So a lot of women don't do that. They don't communicate that part. They just let it be. Well, you're a man. You're supposed to do that anyway. It's not right. Not in this day. And that's why I said the comprehension and communication is so important, because if I do something for you, I want you to really understand what I'm doing. And for me to understand that you do know is to give me the feedback. And yes. So being vulnerable, even though it's a short period of time, we have to learn to prolong that, because I think that is what women want. Mm-hmm. At the same time, we have to understand that when women see that, they become more accepting of our mistakes. Because when you hard and you strong and you brawly, you almost feel like you can't make mistakes. But they know when you're vulnerable, they know when you have a side of you that succumbs to her, is to let her know, you know what, I am not perfect, but I want you to take me as I am. And I think when you embrace that and create a space for vulnerability, she opens up immensely. Mm-hmm. Now she feel like she can woosah in your arms because she understands that you know what vulnerability is. You know how it feels to be a certain way. You know the hurt. You know the pain. And it's not about you being a man and so broadly that you can't understand me as a woman. Yes. And creating that whole space makes it that much better to create love that comes from such a higher place.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jeez.
Gems.
Yes. Tony, your vision of love.
Well, I got to follow New Age Montel. Follow that. That's deep. That's just wrong.
I think he summed it all up. Really.
For real. Seriously.
Seriously.
Benjamin, your vision of love, please.
It's both the feeling that person gives you, but it's also like making the decision to do the things that they need. You know, so like I was talking about the 3 ends for women, I think there's like what I call the 4 ends of women, I think, or femininity. I think there are 4 P's for masculinity. Mm-hmm. So the first P is like purpose. We have to have our purpose first. You know what I'm saying? Like in order for us to be ready for love and everything like that. So it's purpose. The next one is protection. We have to be able to protect ourselves, the things that we create, that type of thing. Provision we need to provide for, and we need to please. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to please our women in the various many ways, physically, emotionally, those types of things. So my vision of love looks like a man providing the 4 P's for a woman and the woman providing the 4 N's for the man. Yeah.
That's dope. And Jolon?
I mean, simply for me is being that total friend, having that total friend vibe, having that total like we can conquer anything together vibe. Like we move as one. We have each other's back, at all times. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for you, nothing that you wouldn't do for me. Just being respectful of each other's space, the relationship, and just totally being intertwined. Like not being distant, not being like, oh, I got this going on and I'm here, not being present. Because I've been in relationships like that where you don't see that person, they don't call as much, they don't communicate, and then it's like dates stop happening and life gets in the way. But somebody who's like intentionally present in the relationship, that's what it looks like for me, because I've experienced that
Quality
before,
time.
and it was like a cold place to be in. Like, am I in this relationship by myself? Exactly. Fact.
I think at this age and this time in my life, mine would have to be not necessarily focusing on love. We've had an episode called What's Love Got to Do with It? I can't at this point look at relationship and define it as love. It has to be an individual that I am 1,000% compatible with. And I think most importantly, the physical. When we as women, we strip our makeup, and I know for myself, my weight goes up and down. Like, I don't want to feel like a prisoner in my own skin. I want to be accepted, and I want to feel comfortable that as I age and I change, beauty is not going to be, yes, the spicy chicken with the market salad and
For the Popeye shrimp.
The mac and cheese, girl.
the mac
Don't
and
forget.
cheese. As I age, I don't want to have to compete. I don't want to have to meet a beauty standard. I want to be affirmed and reassured. I want to feel gratitude in my relationship. As things will be reciprocated, I would like to know that my partner receives me and understands me without me always having to verbalize what I feel. And I think that's always been my struggle. A lot of people didn't understand when the singer Maya, she married herself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the older I get, I'm really starting to understand what this woman did.
Yep.
I'll go back to Ben's number 2, nature. She has to know herself, or was that number 1?
That was number 1. Yeah. Know her nature. Mm-hmm.
She's vegan. Erica's thighs on TikTok.
This guy.
I thought they were on Twitter. But no, in all seriousness, she's and not to elaborate on her specifically, but I mean, she's
no, you can keep going. She's Lord have mercy. That was my first. And then you know how I feel about Maya. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Beautiful woman. She's a vegan, but she's very in tune with her mind, body, and soul. And I think as we separate ourselves from partnership and we're not defined by partnership, we really get to cultivate this understanding of who we are spiritually. And it doesn't have to be anything that society wants you to be. You get to dictate that and rule that for yourself. And whomever you let into your life, they need to enhance that. And that's the quality of your piece. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to be superficial anymore and say someone has to be something. It's magnetic. I need to feel it.
So I have a question with regards to the standard part. So or also with you say you don't want to compete. Are you saying that you don't want to compete against other women, or you don't want to compete against some standard that the man sets for you that he, like at one point, let's say you were, I don't know, just throw it out. And I know like 150 pounds and whatever your shape is, whatever like that. Are you saying you don't want to compete with that version of yourself, or you don't want to compete with other women?
The version of myself, and also what he defines as beautiful in his mind. Whatever it is that, he's setting a standard. Like for me, I don't want to have to compete with that as I age. When we're 50, we're not going to be who we were at 20 and 30 years old. When I'm 60, I don't want to compete with who I was at 30 and 40 years old. Let me grow into this woman naturally, and
absolutely.
if you can't have that, then I don't feel like partnership is worth it, because it's only decreasing your happiness, not your value, your happiness.
So let me ask you this then. So you don't want to compete against a past version of yourself, but is it okay, or what do you feel about having a standard in terms of like being the best version of yourself at that moment? Because we've heard the term let yourself go. You know what I mean? We've heard the term let yourself go, and there's a certain level of effort you can put into whoever you are in your current self. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to I guess get clarification on, is it that you don't want to have any standard for your current self, or is it just that you don't want to have any standard or any competition against your old self? Because you could put in work, whatever. You could be 100 years old and still be putting in work and be the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, again, when you're 50 years old, you probably won't be able to do these insane cardio workouts that I do now, but you'll be able to tone it down and maybe do strength training. I mean, whatever that it means for you and who you are at that point in your life. But no, I don't want to compete with who I used to be. I also don't want to lose myself and let myself go, but I would like to grow into my my elderly years, I guess I'll say, and treasure the fact
your
that
best version.
Yes, my best version, but I also want to allow myself to age gracefully. And if that means gray hair, I don't have to go dyeing it just to look youthful. You get what I'm saying? So someone else might say, I do want to dye my hair. That's their best version. So yeah, I just, okay, Erica's 50-year-old.
Just don't.
Okay.
Listen,
I can't with this.
Listen, because the thing. Because the thing is, I think that it's okay to be a level of accountability. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what I think that. Like, I don't want to I understand that you're talking about standards and everything like that, but I think it's okay for each other for a man to hold a woman accountable for all those things, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, as well as the woman for the man. You know what I mean? So just not to get away from accountability, but I do understand like having a pressure of past self and that type of thing that can definitely weigh on anybody.
We've been down this road too. You guys know it best, but I've been in a relationship where you're always trying to measure up to someone else's expectation of you. And getting away from that, I can finally feel my pulse. I know what I like, and I know who I want to be. I don't have to live up to this individual and what he expects of me. I was so plastic when I was with that person. And a lot of times when you guys would even speak to me, you guys didn't know me until now, because it was just this window, like you're window shopping. Oh, there's Erica, the mannequin. I'm still standing in the window.
Oh.
But I don't want to be that anymore. I should be able to feel my pulse when I'm with my partner. And if he can't receive all of me, then I don't want to.
Boy, bye.
Understood.
Yeah. Finally, we go into our final ways to get to a man's heart. Make him laugh. Cross an item off his to-do list. Cook for him. Make room for his friends. Make space for his family too. Give him a present for no particular reason. Lewis, I'm seeing your expressions. I need you to elaborate, please.
He is shaking his head like,
To me, the only thing for me would be to cook for him and and maybe make me laugh, because I love to joke around. That I love to joke around. I love to have fun, and if we're both having that type of fun, where our stomach hurting and we're falling on the floor and stuff like that, that's love right there. Especially after a good meal. but I mean, that's really the only thing. Buy me gifts. Honestly, I'm good.
Really? Why?
Make room.
Why?
Huh? Say it again.
Why do you say you're good off of gifts like Christmas, birthdays? Like you don't want any presents?
I'm not a big gift person. I'm just not. I love to give, but I'm not a big gift because I'm not easily surprised. And a lot of times, when you buy a gift for someone and they're not surprised, they're like, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate it," and put it over there. You're like, "What the hell?"
Right. But you don't mean nothing by it. It's just your personality.
Right. I mean, I like gifts, but it just doesn't do it for me. That's not something. I mean, I can do without that. Again, make me laugh in food. You got that? I'm good. Making room for my family and my friends. Nah. And the reason why I say that because there will come a time when once disagreement. And I know for women sometimes it's difficult. Y'all don't easily get over stuff. When something happened with your friends and your family, now I got to be a liaison between getting them. You know what I'm saying? And now I got to be put between my family and friends when it comes to certain things, and I don't want to be put in that situation.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I took that question a little different in terms of that one. So I think there's validity in all these as well. Like, of course, to making me laugh. Like, y'all know me. I love humor. Like, I like comedy shows. I like a woman that's got a great sense of humor. I love a witty woman. Like, if you
ain't
witty,
nobody come to see you, Otis.
Exactly. I love a witty woman. I love a woman that likes to laugh, make me laugh. That could be silly. And that's the thing. Like, women, like, Andre 3000 has a song on his latest album, one of his past albums. I think it's a Love Below. And one of the phrases is "take off your cool." You know what I'm saying? Women, y'all try to be so cool sometimes, and like y'all try to be so elegant. Sometimes just be silly. Like, it's okay. And so making me laugh is really cool. Like I said, just being witty, stuff like that. Crossing item off his list, I think there's some validity to that one because sometimes, especially like what I'm doing now, like it's that shit is it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot to like when you, especially if you're like a business owner, entrepreneur. Sometimes you need some little stuff like whether it's just like ironing my shirt. Like because like I trying to do all this stuff by myself. Sometimes it's tough. Like maybe she might iron my shirt. You know, something little small little things that just can lighten the load. I can see something that, of course, cook, you know what I'm saying, being fire in the kitchen, making room for his friends. I think that's important because sometimes women get upset when you hanging out with your homies too much, or if you are hanging with your homies at all. So making room for friends is giving him the ability to get out with his friends, kick it with the homies, stuff like that. So I think there's good for that. And also same thing with the family. Some women, especially if you have drama with the family, she might like try to keep you away. Because I have some friends that told me stories about how they have a male relative and the woman, his woman keeps him away from the family, stuff like that. You have to have space for the family, for him to be with his family too. Giving him a present. I'm not a big present too, like homie Lou was said, but I do enjoy it. Like if it's one given to me, I don't expect them, but when I get it, I really enjoy it. Like whether it's like an actual thing or maybe like you surprise me with anything. Like I do like surprises personally. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like I love to like be surprised. Like it could be something small, like I don't know, you like this type of kind of ice cream. I come in the room and you got the ice cream, and you know what I'm saying, want to feed me some, I don't know, something silly like that, or something small, or it could be something big, whatever. But I think there's room for giving presents too. But I think the key term here is no particular reason, like just knowing that you put forethought in trying to do something that makes me happy is a lot of the times gifting in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's validity in all these, but I definitely like to make him laugh part. That's probably like my favorite one off this list.
Nice. Tony.
I don't know about all of that. I'm not sure.
Anything you want to add or take away, maybe?
I'm not big on the gifts thing, but that's just me.
What is it with you guys and gifts? So guys don't like gifts? This is all brand new to me. Like seriously.
So okay, so for me personally,
I'm not gonna turn down a gift.
Of course, I'm not gonna turn down a gift. I mean,
but
I have turned down gifts.
Like someone is thinking about you and you're being like sentimental.
I guess it depends on the gift. The gift,
the gift. That's beautiful.
The gift depends on how well you know me.
Yeah.
I think that's what the gift depends on how well you know me. Like, I don't ask for anything, and just out of the blue, my now ex-wife, she got me a new car jack because I like to work on cars. You have no idea how juiced I was when I saw that damn car jack. I was like, she actually paying attention to me. That's what that made me feel like. She's paying attention to me.
Yeah.
She got me something that's useful because she knows I like to work on cars. Stuff like that. Okay, I can take that. But don't come up in here bringing me no gloves and no shirts and no ties and no socks.
Right.
Yeah, don't do that. That's that you didn't even try.
I would take
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Unless
you
know your man is a clothes.
It has to be fly now.
Unless you know your man likes clothes. Okay? Because I'm pretty sure if your man is a Jordan man and you roll up in there with some Jordans he been lusting after for a while, you going to be in trouble. He going to put them Jordans down and he going to give you the business.
Right.
Yes.
Oh no, he gonna put them Jordans on and give you the business.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not too big on the cook for him part, but still everything else I can work with. But the gifts was the one thing I'm not 100% on.
I like to laugh too, so for me that's a big thing. If you don't have a sense of humor, or you're always like so very serious all the time, and I'm trying to crack a joke and you just looking at me like, what are you talking about? Then
dry jokes don't work.
No, I'm just saying, no, not even about dry jokes, but you don't even laugh at all. Like everything you do, you take so seriously. It has to be always like a business transaction conversation, dotting your I's and crossing your T's, and not being able to. The other first 5 was, getting weird and doing things out of the norm to just connect with your mate. Then I don't want to be around you, because I don't want to have to be in this box being so stringent and stoic all the time, to where I can't honestly be myself, because I'm a very silly person at heart. Like a lot of people wouldn't know that unless you're around me, but sometimes I felt like I had to just be a certain way because I didn't want to be myself, because they would feel some type of way. Right. And it put me in like almost like a cage. I definitely appreciate someone who has a sense of humor, who can be silly, laugh at the stupidest things, because that's what life's about to me. Laughter is a good medicine to the soul. And the more you laugh, the less you'll be crying and screaming and shouting and fussing, to me.
I'm gonna take number 8 off for the ladies, because I know if y'all find a man that can cook, it's all over. Y'all just done.
Definitely, for sure.
Y'all gonna wrap your legs around his face.
I don't mind a man who cooks better than me. I mean, I can cook, but I don't mind a man who cooks better than me, because we could share that responsibility. I feel like cooking together is very intimate as well.
I was just about to say that. Yes, absolutely.
So we can create meals together. I could be the meal. You can be the meal.
Absolutely.
I say that's a
clap for that one. Listen, let's get a clap for that one right now. That's when it get hot in the kitchen. You can stand it.
Exactly.
That's when it get hot in the kitchen. You can stand it. I feel you on that, JoJo.
Yeah, food all burn all up. Y'all on the floor, butt naked. The stove's on fire. Yeah.
You can put that fire. I'll put that fire out. Yeah, put that fire out. Put that fire out.
There's some intimacy with cooking, feeding each other, things like having wine together. Like it's just the whole vibe. You know what I mean? And that can lead to other things.
Of course, food has been rooted in love for God knows how long.
Yes, you have aphrodisiacs and things like that. So you can do a lot with food.
Move over to women. We're going to go through our top 10 for women. Number 1, respect her.
Number 2 is does not go over well.
2, place pressure on her. 3, be unpredictable and experimental. 4, provide her security. Give her clues. Give her space.
Number 6, don't go over well either.
Have deep conversation with her. 8, be honest. 9, chivalry. And 10, good sex. Lewis, I'm going to go back over to you as we conclude with this list for the ladies. Your take?
It depends on the woman. It really depends on the woman.
Yeah.
Most women don't want space. They want to be right up under, man. So 6 is out.
I think I would definitely pick chivalry.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't say number 10. Go ahead. Go say it. Simple.
Deep conversations with her, because at the end of the day, the skill that a woman has is her memory, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And she memorizes
and it being selective. Yeah,
she memorizes through her feelings, and 9 times out of 10 is because when she feels, she thinks, and the more she feels, the more she thinks. And that's why it's important that you not only put her on her back, but you say things that go between her ears. And that goes.
And that right there, folks, is our show. He just talked about mind fucking. There you go. All right.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying. I think that's just the way to go.
Do you wear a condom in your mind?
You stupid.
So, I want to comment on your memory comment. Okay, go ahead.
Don't just put it. What did you say?
Lay her on her back.
Don't just lay her on her back. Put it through her ears.
Don't just lay.
I've been saying that for years, girl. If I can get it in now, put it in
there, girl. That's what you heard, girl.
Don't just put her on her back, but it's what you say between her ears. I think that goes such a long way, because that is sex within itself that has longevity.
Boy.
I think that's what we look for in sex.
Y'all need to be taking notes,
girl. And I'm gonna do Tony's line, and that's our show,
right?
Yeah, I have to honestly say, as a woman, like, I love this whole list. I'm not really a prank person. I don't like when games are being played and jokes, and Ben knows me when it comes to the Nerf and all that. I run. I don't like all that. I'm like, okay, ow, that hurts. I don't want to get poked in the eye. But if I had to choose 5 out of these 10, again, number 9, chivalry will be my first. I love deep conversations. Oh my God. I cannot stand just the everyday talking about stupid stuff. Like, if we can get down to the nitty-gritty, that is so important to me. And 3, providing security, which should be number 1. Like, oh my God. Like, I think that's the number 1 reason why women love big, tall, masculine men, because we thrive off of security. 4, respect her, which again should be number 1. And if I had to choose one more on this list, I really like number 3.
You know what it is. Don't skip over.
Be honest.
Be honest.
Number
10. Go ahead. It's okay.
Number 10. Okay. We all know number 10. Go ahead.
Number 10.
Number 10. Oh, I didn't say number 10.
Number 10.
Okay, I have to.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say, number 10.
Yeah, number 10.
Yeah, come on. I was gonna say, come on. Don't flex. Don't skip flex. Don't flex for the gram now. Don't flex for the gram.
Don't lie.
Jolon, what are your top 5?
Number 10.
Number 10.
Number 1. Listen. Y'all will be talked about if it ain't good. Let's just put it out there. It's just facts. We may not drop names,
but it's so funny because if it's really good, you don't want to tell your girls. Like, I have a thing, I don't tell my girls about it.
Actually, you know what?
That's how I roll. I don't tell about it because I don't want you inquiring minds want to know. Nope. Yeah. No.
Y'all talk about the D, whether it's good or bad.
No, not true.
Yeah, y'all do. Y'all talk about the D, whether it's good or bad.
No,
I don't want you investigating, wondering, nothing. Nope. If it's bad, then you'll hear about it. So, yes, deep conversation. I don't want to be bored to death with stupid stuff either. Let's talk about things that both of us can enjoy, not just one-sided conversations, shallow foolishness. Security as well. Yes, I love that. Because, I want to feel safe. Women feel vulnerable when they feel safe. Being unpredictable. I like surprises. Not too big surprises, but I like surprises every now and again. And then, let's see, honesty. Don't lie. Nothing good can come from that. Nothing. Lie, you're done. Out.
Beautiful.
Bye.
Beautiful.
So when I looked at the pranks one here, I thought about like you can do like, you know, it don't have to be like what's that show called, Jackass? It don't have to be like Jackass or whatever like that. But I think that when I think of pranks, I think of like I always like to walk by my one, like, you know, touch a booty. You know what I'm saying? Like we in public, you know, so I might, you know, we sit at the table, I might, you know, play with her a little bit, you know, or something
That's
like that under the table.
That's not a prank.
Like I said, walk by, smack on the booty, or
that's foreplay.
Pull her hair when I walk by. I mean, but that's my thing. Like I think that when I think of a prank, I think that there's levels and tiers. You know what I'm saying?
We got it again,
and so,
folks. There it is. Welcome to our show.
So, so there's levels and tiers to like a prank. So I think at the lowest level, to your point, I think that a prank can be foreplay. You know what I'm saying? It can be all those types of things. Like I said, chasing around the room. I think those are all prank-ish, or, you know, being silly and, you know, those types of things. So,
well, we definitely talked about a lot of things this evening. And I think to sum it up, it's really all boiled down to what each individual person wants. When we go through the vetting stage, really just understanding, you know, where we are and if we match. I think at this point, after 3 whole seasons, we know each panelist individually. And so when we have these conversations, it's amazing to see how we're all different. And I'm excited to see what the rest of 2022 brings for all of us.
Levels and tears.
Yeah, levels and tears.
I want to thank all of you tonight for your time. This has been a beautiful and intimate conversation. Lewis, Jolon, Tony, and Benjamin, thank you so much. If you have not already, you guys, please head on over to our YouTube and follow us. There you can catch all seasons 1 through 3, 40 episodes of The Purple Mic. We also encourage you to enter our cash giveaway. All of the information is over on our Instagram. We are live Monday and Thursdays. On June 14th, we begin our new segment on The Purple Mic called Celeb Talk. We're not leaving you. We're still going to have all of our conversations as normal, but we're going to bring all of the up-to-date, all the brand new celeb action to you guys. And we're going to discuss all things relationship when it comes to celebrities. So look out for that.
Again, I'm not talking about Kanye.
Again, we want to thank our panelists tonight. You're watching The Purple Mic, guys. Thank you and good night.
Good night.